I just discovered the horrifying secret behind modern art. I wasn't even supposed to be there. Just tagging along with a friend who had an extra ticket to the city's renowned modern art museum. I've never been a fan of modern art. A pile of trash on the floor or splashes of paint thrown onto a canvas always seemed more like a joke than anything meaningful. But this exhibit was supposed to be something special. Something revolutionary, as the curator put it. The museum was packed with the usual crowd, art enthusiasts and critics nodding along, pretending to understand something deeper, something profound in the absurdity around them. I was about to leave early, more bored than impressed, when I noticed a door at the far end of the hall. It was partially ajar, and there was no sign above it. No one seemed to be paying attention to it. Curiosity got the better of me. I glanced around to see if anyone was watching, and when I saw that no one was, I slipped through the door. I thought it was just a storage area, maybe a section that hadn't opened to the public yet. But what I found on the other side, I wish to God I had turned back. It was dark at first, a long hallway lit by a single flickering light at the end. The air was thick, damp, and carried a faint metallic smell, like rust or blood. My gut told me to leave, that something was wrong, but my feet kept moving forward, driven by a mix of dread and morbid curiosity. As I walked, I started to hear faint sounds, muffled voices, the clanking of metal, something that sounded almost like whimpering. When I reached the end of the hallway, I found another door, this one much heavier, with no handle. It was slightly ajar though, just enough for me to slip through. On the other side, I entered a room that looked nothing like the sleek, minimalist designs of the museum upstairs. This room was a nightmare. There were sculptures, or what I thought were sculptures at first, arranged around the room. Human figures, twisted, deformed, contorted in impossible shapes. But as I got closer, I realized they weren't sculptures at all. The figures were real. Bodies. Some of them looked fresh, their skin still pale but intact, while others were in various stages of decay. Severed arms and legs were attached to metal rods, impaled through torsos, forming grotesque displays that mocked the human form. I stumbled backward, my stomach churning, bile rising in my throat. I turned to leave, to run, but something else caught my eye. In the far corner of the room, there was a large structure, like a massive canvas, with something hanging from it. It looked like a person, no, parts of a person, assembled like a grotesque jigsaw puzzle. The face, or what was left of it, had been mangled, shredded beyond recognition. It was as if someone had taken a knife to the skin and removed all traces of identity. I gagged, the horror of it sinking in. These weren't just random bodies. These were people, real people, turned into grotesque displays. Pieces of them, hacked apart and reassembled as art. The whimpering sound I'd heard earlier returned, louder now, more desperate. I followed it to a small, dimly lit corner of the room. There, chained to the wall, was a man. His clothes were tattered, his skin pale and bruised. He looked up at me with wide, terrified eyes, shaking his head as if to warn me. His mouth was gagged, but he managed to get out one word, muffled but clear enough to make my blood run cold. Run. I spun around, heart pounding, ready to bolt, but before I could take a step, I heard the sound of a door creaking open behind me. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Someone was coming. I froze, my mind racing. I had to get out, had to escape. But there was nowhere to go. The only exit was the way I'd come in, and the footsteps were getting closer, echoing off the walls like a countdown to my demise. A tall figure emerged from the shadows. He was dressed in a spotless white lab coat, his face hidden beneath a surgical mask. He carried a scalpel in one hand, the blade glinting in the dim light. His eyes locked onto mine, cold and calculating. He smiled beneath the mask, though I couldn't see it, I felt it. "You weren't supposed to be here," he said, his voice calm, almost soothing, as if he were explaining something trivial. "But now that you've seen it, well, you know how this works." I stumbled backward, knocking over one of the displays. The severed arm hit the floor with a sickening thud, and the man chuckled softly. "You're going to make a beautiful piece," he continued, stepping closer, the scalpel twirling in his hand. "We've been looking for a new subject, and now, here you are." My breath caught in my throat, panic rising. You can't do this," I stammered, my voice barely above a whisper. "People will know I'm missing." "They already do," he replied, cutting me off. "But you won't be missing for long. You'll be right here, part of the collection. And no one will ever know it's you."